Our film begins with Enola Holmes, who is the younger sister of the famous detective Sherlock Holmes. She lives at home with her mother, and their life is different from that of any other mother and daughter. This is because Enola's mother teaches her to use a sword, shoot arrows, and engage in various sports, like tennis and horseback riding. Enola lives happily with her mother and they solve puzzles together all the time. In fact, Enola's name itself is a puzzle derived from the English word alone. However, Enola feels that her mother is hiding something from her because her mother holds secret meetings with many women, excluding Enola. One day, Enola discovers a birthday gift missing and her mother leaves a message that leads her to search for flowers, but she doesn't find anything. Later, her two brothers, Mycroft and Sherlock, arrive in town. Mycroft is surprised by Enola's unconventional attire resembling that of a boy and insists she learn to be a lady. Sherlock tries to uncover the mystery of their mother's disappearance but realizes she won't return. Enola is frustrated and feeling misunderstood, leaves the house sitting in her favorite spot on a tree. Sherlock joins her, reminiscing about their childhood, but Enola is upset. She walks away, contemplating her mother's message. Eventually, she understands her mother's intention to challenge and strengthen her. At night, she sneaks out, takes the train to London, and encounters a missing child, Marcus. They evade danger, and just in time, Marcus escapes a killer before they successfully flee. They walk together in the forest, and Enola's plan falls apart, leaving her very upset. She agrees with Marcus to part ways once they reach London. Indeed, upon arriving in London, Enola distances herself and decides to change her appearance immediately. She knows that Mycroft is part of the police force and detectives have specific criteria. To defy expectations, she chose to dress as a lady. Wearing a dress and a wig, Enola enters a dress shop, arguing with the owner who mistakes her for a boy. However, Enola reveals her money, silencing the shop owner who provides her with the desired dress. Enola asks if there is a place to stay, and the shop owner directs her to a room for rent. Enola settles in, contemplating ways to communicate with her mother. She recalls her mother's favorite newspaper pages and sends encrypted messages on each page, subtly asking her mother to send a specific flower as a signal. Enola also remembers an encoded address from a previous secret letter and decides to visit it. There, she discovers a coffee shop with a training area above it owned by Edith. Edith recognizes Enola and commends her self-reliance. Enola asks about her mother, but Edith claims she cannot share any information. Despite Edith's warning, Enola decides to continue her search alone. She questions Edith about names she overheard at the secret meeting, but Edith remains tight-lipped. Enola realizes her mother often changes real names into codes and deciphers 3 names she heard, discovering their locations. So Enola goes to the first location, finding a door with the same guidance tape as in her house. She sneaks in through the window and discovers evidence that her mother was in the same place, indicating her involvement in explosive plans to destroy specific places in the city. Enola realizes that Mycroft was right and her mother was dangerous. Suddenly, she is attacked by the same person who was looking for Marcus, submerging her in water and torturing her for information. However, Enola fights back with combat skills, using gunpowder in the house to escape. She returns home with her money and clothes burned, injured and crying, recalling memories of her past with her mother when she tries to save a goat and was scolded. Nevertheless, Enola decides to save Marcus and disguise herself as a widowed woman. Approaching Marcus's wealthy family, she claims to be Sherlock Holmes's assistant but is interrupted by another person claiming to be Sherlock's friend, causing a commotion. Enola manages to convince them to leave and she continues her search. She finds Marcus's treehouse in the forest, realizing he orchestrated everything and is cunning. Enola understands the clues, follows them, and eventually locates Marcus. She offers to help him escape the people who want to kill him. They discuss Enola's past and her mother, and Marcus is deeply affected. Enola, not wanting to reveal her feelings, changes the subject, telling him about her mother's plan to make him the heir. Suddenly, the same investigator from Marcus's house arrives, searching for Enola under Mycroft's order. However, Enola fights him off, allowing Marcus to escape. Later, Enola collapses under the pressure and Sherlock visits her. She is surprised that Sherlock, of all people, checks on her, sharing her experiences and the bombs she found. Enola decides to go against the strict school rules, maintaining hope. One One day, a large box arrives from Mycroft, making Enola upset. However, the box suddenly shakes and Marcus emerges. Enola is overjoyed to learn he is still alive. They decide to escape from the school, and Mrs. Hudson is delighted with the surprise gift, allowing the students to carry the box into Enola's room. Before entering, Enola manages to escape, taking Mrs. Hudson's carriage with Marcus as they flee the city. However, she decides to go to Marcus's house. Marcus is afraid of dying because he doesn't know exactly who wants to kill him. Still, Enola tells him that to attract sharks, they need to put their feet in the water. They manage to reach Marcus's house, but the same person who has been following them everywhere corners them. He tries to set Marcus on fire, but Enola is able to knock him down. Suddenly, he rises and delivers a powerful blow to Enola, causing her to lose consciousness. He then attempts to strangle Marcus with a rope. Enola, on the verge of passing out, manages to save Marcus at the last moment, killing the person who intended to harm them. Suddenly, the grandmother appears, takes the gun, shoots Marcus, and Enola escapes. The grandmother approaches Marcus thinking he's dead, but he suddenly moves his hand, revealing that he was wearing iron armor underneath his clothes. Enola takes the gun from the grandmother, who is then arrested. After a while, Marcus finally inherits his father's position in the council and all his wealth. He visits Sherlock Holmes, who informs the detective in charge of the case that the grandmother wanted to kill Marcus, and she's the one who murdered his father. This is because Marcus's uncle was fighting abroad at the time. Sherlock is surprised and realizes that his younger sister is much smarter than him, having solved the case before he did. With that, our movie comes to an end. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and share it. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel, check out our previous videos, stay tuned for upcoming ones. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and let us know in the comments what movie you would like to see next time. Thanks for watching.